Hi everyone, this is Noriko DeWitt. Welcome to my online classroom. Today, I am happy to bring back the artwork of Connie Brown. As you remember, her work was featured for the first episode of this series. Since that tutorial was aired, Connie worked really hard on her project and made fantastic progress. And now she's asking for some of the new areas for her project to work on. So let's take a look. Okay, so here is Connie's current work in progress. Congratulations, Connie, for making fantastic progress here. I see definitely great progress since the last time. If anybody who's interested in seeing where she was about a month ago, just go back to the first episode and you can just take a look and have fun seeing that the great progress she has made in the past month or so. So before I get to your question, Connie, I'm gonna go ahead and just make a little adjustment here and there. Now, one thing I noticed when I looked at this piece is this line right here on the log. It just seems like it's angled out a little bit too much. It looks like everything else is straight, and this one's like kind of skewed at an angle here. I would like to make it look a little bit more in the center right here. So we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna make some of the log on the bottom slightly bigger, and then maybe make some of the ones on top slightly smaller, and by making it smaller we can nudge this line a little bit more that way, so it's gonna look more straight. Now, when you're working on something like this, one of the best thing is to just utilize the ruler and then create some sort of a guideline. Now, you're already working on this and putting some color pencil on it, so we're gonna go ahead and do something like this. I'm using white here. If white shows, great. If not, maybe you can use some other color. But you can see this part, this line on the bottom, it's touching, but it's coming away from it a little bit more. And then right here, okay, I'm gonna just kind of try to take the middle line right here, because like this one is gonna be just way too skinny, and then this one is gonna be way too much. So I'm gonna go right in the middle, somewhere on here. So what we're gonna do is to move some of the bottom log to the left and some of the top log nudge it a little bit more towards the right. So take your white, erase it if you can, Connie. That might make it a little easier for you because the color is pretty dark here already. So the first three logs, see if you can go ahead and move it just a little bit more towards the right. After that, take espresso. Make nice clean outline. And when you're working on the left side, see if you can trim and shrink the log just a tiny bit. Like so. Now the top one, let me make this just a little bit smaller here. Maybe this much. And then there's one more here. That's mostly hidden. So go ahead and hide it. So now the top line is start looking really good. Maybe move this over just a little bit right here. take this in. Okay. And this white line, you can easily erase it using a little bit of espresso right on top here. Okay. And then again, I'm moving this just a little bit over to the left. Now, I will see if I can make some of these logs just a tiny bit bigger and move it just a little bit more towards the left. Now, if you can erase it, Connie, go ahead and take your eraser and erase the outer line as much as you can, because I think that will be helpful. And after that, let's see. Take your white. Sort of use it like an eraser and see if you can lighten up the outline of the log on the left side. And after that, I'm gonna go back with espresso. Make it just a tad bigger on each one. Like so. And after you're done, you want to just get rid of your reference line. Take a little bit of espresso and touch it up like so. So now you can see the lines more straight. Was like a little bit more at an angle, but no longer so. So let's see. Let's try to work on this shadow right here, and then also the cross here. As you can see in the reference photo right here, here's some the sign on it. We are going to suggest it because it's going to be so tiny. Now, this is where it's so awesome to have one of these at home. This is just a bamboo chopstick that I sharpen it using pencil sharpener. So save your chopstick. Well, but actually when you go Chinese takeout and get one of these wooden chopstick, most of the time they're made of aspen, which is pretty soft. So when you sharpen it in a pencil sharpener, the tip tends to curl, so it's not as effective. So if you can find bamboo one, I found this one at Kroger. I'm pretty sure you can find it pretty easily at supermarket. If not, the other option is to use empty ballpoint pen is another great option. So is crochet needle. I've seen a couple of my students using crochet needle and they're able to make the indentation pretty successfully. So what we're gonna do here is to see if we can go ahead and make some indentation mark. It doesn't have to be exact, just go ahead and add kind of a squiggly line. Doesn't have to be, you don't have to be able to read it, just go ahead and make that. Now after that, we are going to take some color that's dark enough for you to see. I'm taking mineral orange here. Go in a soft circular motion so that you can see your scratched line. Now go ahead and take it to the bottom part of the cross and to the top. And that shadow is being introduced right about here. Now the cross is pretty colorful. I want to say it's like reddish brownish with a little bit of pinkish color. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take salmon pink and then see if I can define the bottom section right here and introduce that hint of pink on the bottom. I think I'm gonna get just a little bit more vibrant pink. How about we get deco pink and blush pink? And introduce those pink color in the corner. Like so. And then we're gonna take pumpkin orange and outline the cross. To show that it's a wooden cross, you wanna start introducing a little bit of texture. It's a little hard to see that from the reference photo, but I think it's gonna be kind of fun to create that rustic feel. So whenever you're drawing the line here, make sure that this is straight. If you're not sure, take ruler and double check your work. This is straight, this one slightly off. I think I need to go up just a little bit. Maybe something like this. And also make sure the distance between here to here and here to there are even. Let's measure this. It's about 5 millimeter. This is about 6. So I'm gonna extend that by 1 millimeter just so that it looks more even. And right here too, make sure that this line lines up to the bottom. This part here as well. I'm gonna take something a little bit darker like terracotta. And I'm gonna go ahead and go in, start adding this little bit darker color right next to your scratched line. So this way the letter is gonna stand out just a little bit more. Here you go. And after that, just incorporate this color into the wood grain of the cross. Now, take espresso cast a shadow on the bottom of the cross. Now here, because the log is slightly rounded, so the shadow is gonna make a slight curve on the bottom. Right here too, just think of stretched out letter C. Straight line, and then again the letter C right here. The bottom of the cross, this shadow stretches to the top edge of the door, to the door frame right here. So go ahead and make it nice and dark. And this top section too, another letter C, straight line, and straight line. And right here in this corner it looks pretty dark, so go ahead and add this right here. And this is where more of that shadow is. And the color is almost black, so I would go ahead and add black grape on top. Make sure it's nice and dark. Now here in your reference photo it looks all just black, this area and above, but I want to make sure that there's a suggestion of the continuation across, at least up until this corner right here. So to show that, what we're going to do is to see if we can go ahead and continue this line to here. And just trying to make sure my line's all nice and straight. I need it to come in just a little bit more here. Here you might want to add just a quick line of black grape or espresso just to make this cross pop a little bit to the foreground. And right here, make sure it's nice and square. Like so. So now this top corner here, I want to make sure that it has some kind of reddish brownish color. So let's go ahead and take a look, and let's take maybe terracotta here. And then a little bit of espresso on top. Now, after that, the rest of the area is pretty dark. So do exactly like what you did here or there. And go ahead and take espresso and then the black grape combination and just cover up this area. For now, don't worry about the log shape so much. You just want to get the dark color in. And right here, about this much of the log is just hidden behind this super dark shadow. And then we're gonna go ahead and continue using black grape, continue darkening the color right here. Right here, make sure you're making a slight arch shape. Okay, and then take just a little bit of burnt ochre right here, just to suggest the log. I'm gonna take chocolate on top of it. Now, after you're done, take black, continue the darkest shadow here. If you want to use ruler, go for it. If you can just freehand it, that's fine as well. This is to just create a little bit more three-dimensional feel. Otherwise, it's gonna look like this whole area is kind of flat. Okay. I think I want to use the ruler for this area right here so that I can be consistent with the line. I think this needs to come down just a little bit more. There you go. And the log should end right about here. Maybe another one right here. Like so. And right here on the bottom. And from the corner, this area is going to be almost pure black. So go ahead and cast shadow. And soften it. This area right here too. And soften it over. This top pitch right here, it's gonna be pretty dark, so you can go ahead and safely make it all black. And soften it outward. I am going to stop for now. I think that's plenty of work for you to do, Connie. So hope this was helpful, and thanks again for sharing your work. Here's a list of colors we use for today's tutorial. Thank you for watching today's tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I would love to hear from you. Are you interested in being part of this online art class? You can submit your work to be discussed or have a private video or email consultation. There's a link in the description box below, so check it out. Thanks again for watching and see you next time. Bye!